want to love you. You need some loving, and I'll take it there. The young thing, and now.
Hey y'all, and thank you so much for tuning in to Respectfully with Miss Pretty Young Thing. I'm your girl PYT, and let's get into it. Y'all, it's a takedown type of day. I already know rip the lashes off. And we are about to talk about Baddies Gone Wild while I take off my makeup, okay? Y'all, the premiere just took place this past Sunday. I have a couple things to say about it as far as my opinion. A lot of people are debating whether or not it's better than the Baddies series as a whole, whether or not Baddies Gone Wild is the new takeover. And all the while trying to figure out whether or not we like the differences and what our dislikes, whether or not we like the cast as far as them picking girls from scratch and things of that nature. And of course, I want to put my input as well while we recap, okay? So, before we go ahead and get started on that, please do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, tell a friend to tell a friend that PYT is in the building. All right, y'all, so let me take my hair and kind of sort of put it up while we talk. All right, so first and foremost, Baddies Gone Wild is definitely going places. It's going places. I definitely can admit that. And what I mean by that is, as far as them taking a whole bunch of girls from a whole bunch of different walks of life, the celebrity guests aren't the epitome of everything. They're kind of sort of regular schmegulars, if you know what I mean, as far as how they introduce themselves and how they carry themselves, at least for the premiere. Okay, and I actually like that. I know a lot of people were like complaining, oh, Gloss Up should have been highlighted more. Gloss Up should have highlighted herself more. So I can't really say nothing about that. Like, come on now, then what they supposed to do, kiss her feet? So honestly, I actually like that, you know, I could see that Gloss Up is more of an observing type of soul. And I could see that Ming Lee, which are the two celebrity guests, is more of a insert herself type of soul. Like, that's something that I would like to know. And that's something that I observe in how they carry themselves. That's one thing that I notice as far as the cast goes. Another thing that I notice is, at the end of the day, the baddie's favorite is always going to be the underdog. And the way that y'all are playing with some of these girls, y'all are creating underdogs, okay? So that being said, before I break down anymore, let's just go into the episode real quick. So the episode starts off in Rio de Janeiro. Unlike the Baddies series, we see that Baddies Gone Wild is actually starting in the country, which I appreciate. I actually do appreciate it, but we already know Baddies, it comes with drama before the trip, so it's understandable. So we start off with Ming Lee and Natalie linking up in Rio de Janeiro to have conversations or whatever the case may be across the seas of Brazil. All right. So Ming Lee, of course, is the little sister of Hitmaker. No, not that Hitmaker, but a well-known rapper by the name of Nicki Minaj. Okay. Onika, the queen of hip-hop, self-named or whatever the case may be. And I'm 100% here for it. She's 19 years old, so she's on the young side. And I feel like Zeus made it our priority to know that the legal age limit in the country of Brazil is 19. Which I'm glad they told us that, because a lot of people would have been like, ooh. Okay, now, child, mind you, this is the same generation that invented dang on fake IDs and stuff like that. We the same ones looking at them crazy. But that's neither here nor there. I never had a fake ID because I still don't even look like I'm old enough to drink. We love a good skin. We love a youthful face. Okay. But basically they sat and they talked about how she doesn't want to live in the shadow of her sister, that she wants to kind of sort of create a legacy for herself and kind of sort of let people get to know her. And I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. They do end up discussing her sister and whether or not what Natalie, the Natalie line in her song, even if my name was Natalie, none you bitches can interject me, whether or not that was a diss or not. I feel like it was unnecessary to even bring that up, personally, because that ain't got nothing to do with Ming Lee. Y'all trying to bring her out of the box of her sister, but y'all mentioning her sister. I feel like it's just one of those things where, like, if I was Ming, I would have just looked at her. I would have just looked at her. I'd have just been like, okay, yeah, she brought you up. What that got to do with me? I didn't bring you up. But I feel like, I don't know. It is what it is. Are Zeus using Ming Lee? Possibly. Because we know they're thirsty for ratings. No offense to that network, but there's a lot that I can say even when it comes to what's going on with Summer and Bad Dolly with the Emmett Till comments or whatever. Bad Dolly, we dragging you into it as well. Because that's your friend. Ain't that your friend? All right? So it's one of those things where it is what it is. We know they're thirsty for the dollars. Okay? So now, after they basically let us know that she's going to be the special guest, we start to get introduced to some of the girls. They're heading towards the Baddie bus from their hotel. First person that we get introduced to is TT. TT's light skinned, TT's beautiful, she is full of life. Yeah, we're gonna get to know a little bit of TT. TT kind of sort of gives bully vibes just a little bit, only because like of how she's presenting herself on the fighting tip. And I know a lot of people were trying to figure out whether or not she is born a female or not, but I never in a million, I didn't even think that she was not. But apparently she has a tattoo right here that they claim she was trying to hide her Adam's apple for, or whatever the case may be. It gave me a girl that's just got tattoos on her neck. Like, I don't know. I didn't see that at all. Like, I wasn't fazed by it. I have a lot of gay friends, and I feel like I would have known, especially because one of my friends are in the midst of her transition period, but it is what it is. I didn't see that. Let me know what y'all thought. There's another one named Jaden. Okay, Jaden, light skin, pretty, curly. I feel like the theme this year was Brazilian deep wave when it came to some of the girls. It made sense. Maybe it's cheaper out there. I don't know. And they end up getting on her neck later on in the episode, but we'll talk about that later. So next we get introduced to Coco. Coco, dark skin queen. You already know the vibe. I'm 100% here for it. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. One thing I definitely can't say is Zeus know how to pick them. They definitely got them some beautiful girls. Okay. I'm 100% here for it. She is just a chocolate spirit. I think she's from the Midwest, if I'm not mistaken. She was just here for it. And like, I appreciate the fact that they do know how to dress. They do know how to conduct themselves. They do know how to, like, you know. The next person that they introduce is my current favorite, Bahati. Bahati is gorgeous. She is from Australia. Okay? First and foremost, as ignorant as it sounds, I did not know that there were black people down under. I'm sorry. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. I don't know what they're doing out there, but they did not introduce themselves to me until this past Sunday. Okay? I don't know what to say about it, but it is what it is. She definitely gives nice girl, but she definitely gives don't play with me, and I'm not going to take no ish at the same token. And I love the fact that she stands up for herself. Another person that we got to introduce is Hurricane M. It definitely gives Baby Lex to me. She's tall. She's beautiful. She's light skinned. On top of the fact that she don't take no ish from nobody. She's from Houston. She was one of those girls that was on Instagram trying to get on Baddies Gone Wild, trying to get people to vote for her. And it looked like it paid off, okay? Yaneli's baby. My friend actually said that she looks like Queen Naija, and now I can't unsee it. This girl looks just like Queen Naija. I cannot unsee it. First, I used to say that she looked like she like could be Jocelyn Hernandez's baby sister, but now I cannot unsee Queen Naija. It's giving Naija Hernandez. Next is Gloss Up. Okay, we know Gloss Up as Shabuya. Shabuya Roll Call, aka one of Glorilla's homegirls, or whatever the case may be. And it looks like she's in the midst of rebranding. It looks like she's doing her best to kind of sort of step out of, you know, her reputation and kind of sort of build a whole new reputation, which I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. Okay? Another person we introduced is my second favorite, Daisy Dukes. Okay? This is the one that Lemmy dubs to be Little Rolly. Mini Rolly, however you want to put it. I can't put them into the same category because I appreciate her from the first second that she came on the screen. She definitely holds her own. She's in a category of her own. She's funny. She's beautiful. I love her confidence. I love how she don't take no ish, but then at the same token, she's not with the bullying. And I'm 100% here for it. Next person that came up was Erica Raven. Erica Raven, she has such a baby doll face. Like, she's super pretty. Super pretty. She definitely looks like, and to give her a couple years, she definitely could be a top model. She might be too young now, but I don't know her age. I don't know. It could be her youth fooling me. She might be of age. So they all end up getting on the bus. This is, I want to say, the first bus, if I'm not mistaken, or both buses altogether. All right, so they start introducing themselves to each other, talking to each other, telling each other where they're from, or whatever the case may be. And they were on the way to the Airbnb, okay? So about this scene, I was perfectly fine with it. I would have preferred if they introduced themselves in the house, like maybe they came in separately, whatever the case may be. But I definitely am fine with the fact that we were able to kind of sort of get it popping from the very beginning. So they were talking to one of the girls who was from Rochester, New York, or whatever the case may be. And she was saying that, I'm going to be saying a lot of she's because I'm still trying to memorize their names. But the one from Rochester, which is Minnie Rowley, she was basically saying that that's the real nitty gritty Rochester, or whatever the case may be, and that NYC is not all that, or whatever. And honestly, that's a to each his own type of thing, because a lot of people will say that Miami, where I'm from, is not all that it's cracked up to be, and that it's just South Beach, or whatever the case may be. And I'll be the first person to say, if you only know South Beach, you don't know the real Miami. Just like a person from New York could sit here and say, if you don't know New York, if you only know Times Square. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's to each his own. I've stayed in New York. I've stayed in Brooklyn. I've stayed in Queens, you know, while I was still, you know, talking to the New York niggas. Okay? I do see that there's a big difference between people that stay in the city versus people that stay on the outside. And child, them rats is still rats, and no matter where you go, in my opinion. It's my opinion! Okay? But I definitely understand where she's coming from, because a lot of people say that Rochester is not to be played with, Albany is not to be played with, Upstate is not to be played with. I've been to Albany. From what I can see, it's not to be played with, okay? Then we get introduced to Cupcake. Cupcake is giving 47 years old, I don't care. Okay, she looks like she could have mothered all of these children. Okay, I really need to know her age. I feel like they accidentally cast her on the wrong show. I feel like she probably auditioned for Africa and they ended up giving her a ticket to the wrong show. Next, we get Oxy Pearl. Oxy Pearl is another mini Lex. There's a lot of mini Lexes. I ain't gonna hold you. Oxy Pearl, I do not like her in that blood kebab that she has in her confessional. That was giving Z between the legs just a little bit. I don't like how she looks in it. It makes her face and her body look extremely broad, if that makes sense. But the pearl of Oxy Pearl stands for pretty in real life, and I'm actually gonna steal that because I think that that's super cute. Okay. So this is the other bus with all of the girls, whatever the case may be. And the next person that we introduce is Rella G's, which is supposed to be another celebrity guest or whatever. I don't know her. I don't know if I don't pay attention to Instagram enough or whatever, but I ain't know somebody is a celebrity guest. I ain't even know Nicki Minaj had a sister. I only knew about the Colester, okay? But she's from Harlem. Rella G's is from Harlem. I looked at her Instagram this morning, and this morning, and I definitely saw like a lot of celebrities and music and things of that nature. So she definitely gets it popping. Next, we got Shay from Ohio. Ohio was standing up for Baddies Gone Wild. Let me find out the Midwest is Midwestern. But then again, they did do auditions there, if I'm not mistaken. So, understandable. What else? So she was pretty. She was definitely very pretty, and I was here for it. I find it very interesting that for their introductions, they definitely made sure to show their real raw and uncut fight scenes from the streets, because it was one of those things where it's just like, did y'all blur faces in street corners before posting this? Because y'all finna have some of these girls cased up. Hopefully that's not the case, but we gonna see. All right, so apparently colorism and girls saying the N-word when they ain't got no permission to say the N-word, when they not of our gender, of our race or creed are saying the N-word. And then one girl, I don't remember what her name was, that was sitting in the back of the bus B, I'll call it. Basically, her mom is white, and she was saying the N-word, or whatever the case may be. Now, her complaint is, you're bringing this up on camera, you just trying to get me cased up, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like, cameras out or not, I would like to know this. This is something that I want to be privy to, so that I can watch you and watch, your family and watch your, like, if I found out that Natalie Nunn's mama, Karen, was saying the N-word, I would want to know that. But her and the girl that called her out immediately gets to scrapping, okay? And it was just like hair everywhere, and it was just a whole situation. She had veneers in, I guess you can say, and she popped her in her mouth. Child, I don't know, because it was one of those things where, like, these girls, I didn't expect them to get it cracking the way that they got it cracking, but they got it cracking the way that they got it cracking, okay? All right, so they're riding through the city and all that like that. And we get to the other bus. They're asking whether or not they know some of the other girls. And kind of getting to know each other, whatever the case may be. So Cupcake ends up talking to Shay, I think it was. And she was talking about how they were kind of sort of prejudging her, or whatever the case may be, because she has a Natalie Nunn tattoo. Then I remembered Cupcake, the 47-year-old girl, not trying to poke fun at her. That's just my opinion, okay? She was the girl that, Smiley was beefing with, because she was clout chasing, and Smiley was saying that she's the original one, or whatever the case may be. So that's where I recognized her from. So it's giving, if you tattoo Natalie's name to your chest, you can get on Baddies, because this is the second time they're 2 for 2 with that Baddies tattoo. I don't know why I just thought about Summer with the Bad Girls tattoo, but that's left field. Okay, so now I think it's that same Shay girl that started talking about how she was upset that you had, I'm upset that all of y'all ended up taking the high road. We had to submit audition tapes and go to the auditions and pop our ish and fight, and all y'all had to do was sit in the VIP or submit a tape, and y'all didn't have to do everything that we had to do. One, I understand where she's coming from, but two, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, you can't really be mad at somebody else's journey. Your life is your life. My life is my life. That's like those people that, if, let's say 3 employees get hired at the same job at the same time, right? You go, and then 2 of them apply to be a manager. One of them doesn't. One of them becomes a manager. You know what I'm saying? And now both of y'all two are under this person. This person that didn't even apply is getting mad now. And this person that did apply is now upset as well. Do they have reasons to be upset? No. This, you wasn't ready, or they saw that they were more superior and you didn't even try. So it's one of those things where like you need to calm down. So now she's talking all up in Lil Rolly's face, popping her ish, because Lil Rolly was just like, well, I was in a VIP room. I was chosen to be in a VIP room. I don't really have to do that. And she was just like, exactly. So I'm talking about people like you. We have to do the most. You ain't have to do ish. Soon as that you happen, when I tell you her reflexes are sharp. Her reflexes are sharp, okay? Lil Rolly, respectfully, Rolly, you ain't got nothing on her. Okay? When I tell y'all her reflexes are sharp, hold on, I'm trying to get their names so that I can be respectful to each one of their the castmates' names or whatever the case may be. I'm talking about hold on, Coco, gloss up, Johnny. Yeah, ladies, baby. Daisy Dukes, your reflexes are sharp, Bookie butt. I'm here for it. So then from there, by the time they break up or whatever the case may be, they immediately start getting on my girl's neck, okay? Stepping on her neck about her wig, Bahati. So Bahati, she had one of them wigs. It looked like she had just took it out the pack, shook it a little bit, took a comb, parted it down the middle, brush it over here, brush it over there, and just got on the thing. I'm gonna lay these tracks down by the time we get in the house. That's what it gave. It gave she didn't use no gotta be. It gave she did not melt the lace. It gave let me just go, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, this is day one. We're not even in the house yet. We're not going to the club yet. It is what it is. They immediately start making fun of her, talking about her wig, whatever the case may be. And she was just like, what's her name? One of the celebrity guests, Rella G's, offered her a scarf. So Rella G's offered her a scarf. She talking about something, oh, I don't need the scarf. You need to keep that to yourself. Rella G's took that as an opportunity to try to hit her. Child, but how they tore her up, I'm sorry. I don't care what y'all think, okay? I don't care what y'all think. Okay, so then from there, I think is when Shay, is that her name, ends up jumping in the situation as well. So it's one of those things where Bahati is the most targeted as of right now. But what I appreciate about her is she definitely was holding her own. Okay, she definitely was holding her own. She was not, listen, the streets of Australia have taught you right, Bookie. And I was 100% here for it, because y'all not gonna try to talk to her crazy. Y'all not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So then Daisy ends up trying to scrap again. Honestly, it was just giving scrappy, little scrappy, scrap, all over the bus or whatever. Now, honestly, it was intriguing to me that they already had reasons to fight, because I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected them to make it to the house, pick their rooms, figure out, where they stay sleeping at, and then maybe, you already know when it comes to selecting of the rooms, that always turns into a situation. Look at even Erica Mena's show. Always turns into a situation, right? So that's what I would have expected. I'm not saying what we got was a bad thing. I'm just saying it's just crazy to me how a wig could get you upset. It's crazy how you can get smacked upside of your head for being mad at me for going through VIP, or only having to submit a tape and Lemmy and Natalie choose me. You can't get mad at me for that. So it's just like, it was interesting. But then at the same token, I have to rewind my mind and remember that this is Baddies Gone Wild. These girls, I'm about 15 years their senior. I'm 34. Ming Lee's 19. Some of these girls are in their 20s. Okay, so it's like, I can't really be mad if I'm a 90s baby and they're a 2000s baby that they're being upset about petty things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make sure that I take my mind out of that, because I got to save those type of critiques for Baddies Africa, not Baddies Gone Wild, because Rolly is my age, okay? Ming Lee's and the Daisy Dukes and the Hurricane M's are not, okay? Now, let's talk about confessional looks real quick. Respectfully, Bahati has the best confessional look of the series thus far. She ate. No other girl. The way she presented herself is how I would have liked some of the girls to have presented themselves for Baddies Caribbean. It gave carnival. It gave theme. It gave feathers. It gave. This is her second season on Zeus. Like, she been had the, what you call it? She been got the check. That's the word I was looking for. So then from there, let's go back to the fights. Janelle's ends up sneaking TT or whatever the case may be, because TT had her leg out on the chair and wouldn't let her sit down, which was mad corny, or whatever the case may be, because it's one of those things where, like, this is a bus. Like, let me sit down. If this bus flip over and I break my neck, child, my mama could sue you. Okay, so I thought that it was really stupid for her to think that it was okay. That it was okay to do that or whatever the case may be. So during the bus, by the time everything calmed down, that's when Daisy Dukes comes out with their new chant, because they were just like, hey, I can't wait to get to the house. We old enough for Betty Betty shot a clock. And she was like, Betty Betty shot a clock. No, we're doing Bad Bitches Take Shots. So we got Bad Bees Take Shots. Respectfully, Daisy Dukes, mark it, clock it immediately. Don't be like, from Baddies Atlanta, and not mark your thing and looking back, years later and wishing that you did, okay? So then we get to a point in time where, just like always, and no matter what country they in, no matter what city, no matter what state, no matter what province, whatever, no matter what borough, there's gonna be a broke down baddie bus, okay? So the baddie bus broke down. I think it was the bus. Which bus was it? The bus that had Coco Chanel and that set of girls in it, okay? The bus that had Daisy Dukes and the other set of girls in it rolled straight past them into the house. So I guess it was just one of those things where they just made it to the house sooner or whatever. Whether or not they broke down the bus, because of their fighting and the tussling and the jumping up and down on the bus, I don't know. I'm glad that they didn't get to a point in time where the drivers did not want to drive them anymore, which we've seen that before as well. Okay? But that curse, I don't know what it is about them in transportation. Just don't be working out for them. Like, I don't know. Okay? But we'll see how it's going to turn out. They end up making it to the house, or whatever the case may be. They all coming out. They're all a little irritated. And then the girls that had the broke down bus, they ended up getting a new bus and going over to the house, okay? By that point in time, it was a little calmer. I don't know. They these girls are funny, okay? I definitely feel like this cast is extremely full of life. This cast is going to be a lot of energy from every direction. I think it's going to be rare to find somebody that's not speaking up as much. But if they are, it's definitely only, right now, so far, it's only Gloss Up that I haven't seen a lot of personality from. All of the other girls are giving personality to the T. When I say personality to the T, I mean, like, I know the type of time, what type of time they're on, and the series has just started, okay? I feel like it's one of those things where I appreciate that about them, okay? So now, while they're getting over to the house, like I said, they're tired, they scrapping, the wigs are off, the braids is out, whatever the case may be. Meanwhile, Natalia, that's what my friend calls her, Natalie is in the house. Natalie is taking a tour of the house. She's walking us through it. She shows us the confessional room. She's talking dead to the camera. Honestly, I feel like Natalie she doesn't know how to keep her hands out of being on the scene, which is annoying because I want you to executive produce. I don't want you to be in front of the camera. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that, because it's one of those things where, like, I really don't care to see Natalie on the show. I want Natalie to host a reunion alongside Jonisha. I would love to see that, okay? But I don't want her on the show. I don't want you walking through the house. I don't want you, after the introduction to Ming Lee, I feel like that should have been it. I don't want to see you no more. So for them to get to the house and Natalie be there, I feel like her presence is going to change how the girl's true organic reaction is going to be. Let me give an example. When it comes to Jocelyn's cabaret, which is a whole different thing, but just an example, that anytime Jocelyn comes in the room, the girls get it together. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Natalie being there, they're just like, oh my God, it's one of the queens of zoos. It's Baddies CEO. Like, let me make sure that I'm on my baddie behavior. No, I want to see you. I want to see Baddies Gone Wild view. I want to see what you would do in real time. I don't want to see what you would do in front of Natalie. You hear what I'm saying? So hopefully Natalie is just like, all right, the beginning of next episode, Natalie needs to exit stage left. After you bring them in, tell them to pick their rooms and have a great day. Please. I would love to see it that way. But basically, they get out of the bus, and Natalie sees that they ain't got no wigs or whatever the case may be, and they're just like, oh, so y'all was already scrapping. So they continue scrapping. I want to say it was TT and Bahati that ended up going. Freaking Daisy ended up fighting. It was a lot of fights happening in these Brazilian streets, honey. Like, a lot of them. Like, child, I know them neighbors was listening through the walls like, what the heck is going on over there? It was just a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. Who else was fighting? Honestly, all of them were fighting. What I did notice is they do have a drone camera now. They have drone camera now. The security guards had cameras on their bodies. Whether or not they were utilized, I have no idea. I guess we're gonna see. One thing I did appreciate is Natalie's confessional look. I ain't gonna hold you. It was Natalie's, in my opinion, Natalie's best attempt to reach the youth in a confessional look. Whenever she tries to do those popping colors, I hate it. Y'all know that. I say it every single time. The colorful stuff within the jet black one color hair ate the hell down. Natalie looked good as hell with some black hair. Okay, so I feel like it was achieved. This look is definitely here for her. I actually like the short hair on her, surprisingly, because y'all know the way her facial features are set up. I wouldn't have thought that I would have, but it ate. She had the hoop earrings with the colorful halter top or whatever the case may be. I was 100% here for it. So then from there, they ended up fighting it out, getting it off their chest. They coming back into the house, okay? You see the hidden cameras. You see the security confessionals, or whatever the case may be. Xavier, the big ponytail security guard, talking about how there was lip gloss fighting everywhere. I can't wait to see what else they have to offer when it comes to what they have to say. I'm very interested, okay? I definitely felt like this house was the best house that they ever had. The aesthetics were aestheticing. The views were viewsing. The amenities were amenitying, okay? The way they decorated was immaculate. The way they added Baddies Gone Wild on the walls. Mirror on the wall, who's the baddest of them all. It had an elevator. I've only been in one mansion with an elevator, and it was in California, okay? Right, like maybe 10 minutes from Melrose. And I feel like this was the most beautiful house. It had a top deck, like it had a club basically at the top deck, okay? Rooftop view was gorgeous, okay? It was gorgeous. Like, child, I need to stay at that house one time in my life before I die, because baby, it's giving, I need Rio de Janeiro for to catch me. Rio de Janeiro is gonna catch me, okay? So basically, Natalie was just like, this is the Baddies Gone Wild day room or whatever. Let me know what y'all think. Don't destroy the house. Make sure that y'all are in your best Baddies behavior. We are going to do Baddie Toast o'clock, whatever the case may be. And basically, she was just like giving them the rundown. While she's giving them the rundown, all of a sudden one of the neighbors are looking outside, telling them to be quiet. Y'all too loud. Calm down, no drinking, and basically giving her own house rules from the house next door. And it was one of those things where it was just like, child, I won't be surprised if Brazilian police is called at some point in time in this series or whatever the case may be. So Natalie goes back to explaining some of the beds got 2 beds, some of the beds got 3, some of the rooms got 3 beds, and there's one master bedroom. I want to see who ends up claiming it. I feel like I won't be surprised if Daisy Dukes fights everyone to the death for that room. But we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Ming Lee and the other celebrity guests, Rella G's, and freaking Gloss Up don't really care about the room to the capacity of them wanting to. I don't see Gloss Up fighting for a room. I don't see Rella G's winning a fight for a room. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So apparently this time around there's a $50,000 prize. The fans are going to vote on a week-by-week basis on which one they feel like is baddie of the week every week, all the way up to the reunion. And at the reunion, we'll find out who the winner is. Natalie took a page out of Jocelyn's book. $50,000? Watch. In the reunion, they're going to have a runner-up randomly, just like Jocelyn did. If there's like a close second, they're going to give her some money too, just like Jocelyn did. Just watch. Just watch. Remember Ocean crying her eyes out just to win some money too? Just watch. But I definitely feel like that is a dope thing, and I feel like they're going to be fighting to the death to see if they can get themselves to a position of baddie MVP, okay? So we're gonna see how it's gonna go. Right now, for me, it's definitely given Bahati, and a close second place is Daisy Dukes. It's gonna be one of those two, in my eyes. We're gonna see how the series goes, if I'm still gonna continue to like them, okay? So then from there, Natalie introduces Ming Lee. Now, the girls aren't fangirling or anything like that. I definitely loved her confessional look. I feel like how she dresses is definitely age appropriate, but it's definitely cunt at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, she dresses better than I was dressing at 19, but then again, the times are different. The times are different. I was dressing cunt for the time. But I definitely was loving her poof hair. Like, her face structure is definitely giving Onika. Y'all definitely got the same daddy. All right. But that being said, I was definitely loving that. She gives Harajuku Barbie era of Nikki, definitely hands down. And I hate that we have to do the comparison, but that's your blood sister, so it is what it is. Kind of like Cardi B and her sister Hennessy getting compared. I'm not doing it to like downplay anything about them. I'm doing it because they both look good or whatever. So that being said, there was tension in the air immediately when it came to it. And one of the girls that came with the tension towards Ming Lee was TT. Because she was just like, what you doing here? What's going on? She didn't say to her, not TT. What's this girl's name? Hold on, I gotta look at their faces straight up. Was it Oxy Pearl? One of the girls was popping it in the confessionals, trying to figure out what Ming Lee was doing there. I'm tired of these celebrity special guests, or whatever the case may be. Somebody ends up calling out Bahati, or whatever the case may be. And it's one of those things where it's just like, y'all really choosing with this girl. But what I definitely appreciate is by the time Bahati and TT ended up running up again, somebody was trying to jump in. I don't remember who it was. Okay, but Bahati was eating, and while security was breaking it up, somebody else was trying to jump in, or whatever the case may be. Or it was just like, nobody was standing up for her. I don't remember how it went, but that scrap just would not stop. And then another girl tried to sneak in, and it was just a lot. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was the old 47-year-old looking lady. What's her name? Cupcake? I think Cupcake. That's who it was. So sorry, y'all. I had a brain fart. Cupcake ended up trying to jump in. Because Cupcake tried to jump in, Daisy Dukes came in and just popped her in her face, okay? And honestly, it was necessary. The whole time this fight happening, you see Ming Lee. Ming Lee is funny, screaming kumbaya in the background. Like, why are we not at peace? Why are we not at zen? This is beautiful. And immediately Cupcake, I feel like, goes and gets it popping with Daisy Dukes. Child, it was a hot mess. This episode was definitely interesting. It definitely shows me that these girls are going to have stamina. It's probably going to be a fight every episode. I won't be surprised if there's a fight every episode. I can't wait to see how the choosing of the rooms are next episode. I can't wait to see, like, it's going to be a lot of girl on girl situations in the house, apparently. That wild bees take shots, okay, is going to be the thing. The girl on girl, I think it's between Ming Lee and somebody else. I don't remember who it is exactly. They're going to go out. They're going to have a time. They're going to be I don't think they're going to do the thing that Baddies does as far as going on a club tour per se, but I think that they're going to go out. It's going to be like more of a bad girls type thing. I'm excited to see how the series is going to go. So to point them out straight up, Ming Lee, I definitely like Ming Lee. Gloss Up, can't wait to see her personality. Rella G's, she definitely has a cute personality. I just don't like how she came from my sis, okay? Yaneli's baby, I like her. She's very, very pretty. I can't wait to see, more of who she is or whatever, as far as her personality goes. But I definitely like her. Coco Chanel, I like her too. Shay, that's the one. I want to say that was the one that was popping her ish in everybody's face. You had to do a lot. I mean, you didn't have to do a lot. I did. That's the one that was doing the most. Calm down. Your journey is not mine. Stay in your lane. Focus on you. Can you focus on you? Okay. TT. She's working my nerves a little bit. Daisy Dukes, love her. Hurricane M, I don't know yet. Cupcake, exit stage left. Bahati, love her to death. Okay. Erica Raven, I can't wait to see her personality. And it's crazy that her name is Erica Raven because I feel like with the shortcut just reminds me of Raven. I'm not saying they look alike, but it just reminds me of Raven. I feel like Raven from Jocelyn Cabaret is just shorter and thicker, but the shortcut just and the cute little baby face noses or whatever. Jaden Brown, that's the one that is a new girl that they were making fun of the smell of her teeth. Veneer breath is what they called it. And I think that's the one that also got the white mama that was saying the N-word. We'll just leave that at that. And last was Oxy Pearl, a.k.a. Pretty in Real Life, a.k.a. Short Lord Farquaad Bob. Don't like her with the bob. I feel like a body wave suits her more, respectfully. Jet black buzz down. But we shall see. Scale of 1 to 10, how did I feel about this episode? It was definitely an 8. I give it an 8 on 9. I watched it over and give it an 8 again. I'm super excited to see how this is going to go. Definitely let me know who y'all casted y'all votes for. I will let y'all know on a weekly basis who I cast my vote for. This week, my vote went to Bahati, okay? Big shout out to the ladies. Zeus, you did your big one. Will Baddies Gone Wild surpass Baddies Africa? Probably. One reason that I say that is because it is new, it is fresh faces, and it's more relatable to Baddies' main crowd, which is the younger generation. Okay, the folks like me, we just watch it. The younger generation, they probably will be more inclined to buying a ticket to go to the tours to see these ladies. You know what I'm saying? What else? They were actually trending higher on Twitter. I want to say number 1 trending on Twitter. No, not number 1. Number 3 trending on Twitter was Baddies Gone Wild on Sunday. And number 4 was Baddies Africa. So that's very telling. As far as the people that were trending, I want to say Daisy's Dukes and Bahati were the most talked upon as far as the Baddies Gone Wild cast. So I feel like everybody's in tune to exactly what I'm saying. But let me know your opinion. Let me know who you vote for. Let me know who you see winning the $50,000. Let me know who you feel like is going to grow on you. Let me know who you think you're going to dislike. Let me know your opinions. But y'all, I'm fresh faced. I'm ready to get to bed. I appreciate y'all for sticking to me. And thank you for watching PYT TV. Respectfully.
And I'll take it there.